Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome your faces back to the MG Gaming News, where I bring you all the latest in gaming news over the last 24 hours. It is today, Tuesday the 16th of May, Tuesday 2017, which is absolutely crazy, man. It's Tuesday, it's a really nice day outside. But moving into the first story that we have here today, the game developers of Destiny 2 have took a copy of the game home, and they're currently playing it at the moment, sitting on their couches. Basically, this comes from, they've done a podcast, they haven't done one in a year and a bit, and I sat down with Luke Smith, the director, project leader Mark Noseworthy, and alongside community manager Eric Osborne. So just the three of them sat down and talked about the game and all that stuff, and pretty much just said, yeah, well, there's early versions of the game we're playing on at the moment, and I'll read you what they said. We have the game at home, which is awesome, as Smith said. We have the whole game at home. On a private test realm, we are playing the shit out of it, to be precise what he said, out of the game. That actually becomes a pretty motivating to get back to work, because you could see so clearly inspiration and things were going well. So basically, we've got plenty of work in front of us. Whoop. Just hitting my button on my PlayStation. We've got plenty of work in front of us. We've not done. We've got, but having a version of the game where you can sit on your couch in front of your TV, it feels totally different than playing it at your desk, which makes sense, man. Because if you're at home, you can probably point out little stuff. Because you might be having different environments really help with your creation, and maybe come up with some new ideas or little things that can make things better. It's always a good thing. So it's a good thing they're taking it home at the moment, working on the game. And they also went on to say in the podcast, as Smith talked about launching Destiny 2, is I like the birthing process in a way. I think it's a birth, basically like Destiny 2's the baby. It's going to be born. Either way, he said, it's coming. And so we're just going to get to the place where we have to push and have no kids. It's going to happen no matter what. So yeah, that's an interesting way. But it's a good thing that they took the game home. They can obviously point out little things and all that, and they're testing it at the moment. So they must be happy to an extent. So they're taking it home, and yeah, so looking promising at the moment. Basically, this is what this article is saying. So Destiny 2 September 8th, but do remember there is a gameplay launch on Thursday, a live stream. You head over to Destiny's website, there will be a live stream on there. If not, just have a look on Twitter, type in Destiny 2 live stream, there'll be loads of links anyway. So there's going to be a new Pokemon Go event this week on May 18th. It's going to be starting at 1 PM PT, 4 PM ET, and it will see rock-type Pokemon appear a little bit more in your game. So it's going to be more of like a rock-based event sort of thing, and it ends on May 25th. So it's going to be a nice little kind of a week for you guys if you still play Pokemon Go. It's one of the things I like to pick up again and start playing, but at the same time it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know, should I start playing again? Let us know in the comments down below, because I feel like I want to, but at the same time I don't know. So this one was totally wiped under blah 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 blah. So this one was this story went right underneath my feet. I didn't see this around anywhere. But apparently there's going to be a new Sonic game called Sonic Forces. And it's going to have a bunch of cool stuff to this, man. And the name of this article is Sonic Forces lets you create and customize a character, which is really cool, man. Finally, you're going to be able to make your own Sonic character, which is going to be cool. In addition to playing as Sonic, you'll be able to create your own character and everything like that in Sonic Forces. They announced today there's a new trailer out for the game, which you can see all the stuff. You'll be options available to you, including tweaking your body, colour, gloves, footwear, and headwear, which is amazing. I think this is a right move for Sonic, for them to Sega to be officially doing something like this, man. Because how long have we, if you've been on the surf as long as me, you've been playing Sonic and all that stuff, it's would it be great to make your own Sonic character? Now you can. That's so good. Well done, Sega. You've finally done it. It's only took you far too long, but you've got there eventually. So, moving into some Ubisoft stuff, they've had one of their press conference things talking about confirming games and a bunch of other stuff like money and all that stuff. Obviously, the first game they've confirmed was The Crew 2. The Crew 2 is going to be coming to next gen, which is going to be obviously PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and it's going to be doing a number 2, which is very interesting because I found with The Crew, it had a kind of hype, but not as much as people wanted it to be. So, give you an idea, the review GameSpot give it was a 5 out of 10 by a guy called Peter Brown, said The Crew puts its races into a good AI. You get a race through interesting environments, and you get the feeling that you're playing a good game. However, you also notice issues with a network connection. So that was his problem with the game. But it registered over 10 million registered players played that game, and it's highlighted as one of the key titles as its game's successful strategy alongside Rainbow Six Siege, which that game had its highest peak, Rainbow Six Siege, June, January, and March, with like a its highest registered amount of players playing the game, which is interesting. But moving into some other stuff, Far Cry 5 has been confirmed this year, which is amazing. Far Cry 5, we can't go wrong with that, can we? Far Cry 5, there's nothing really detailed in the thing. It's an open world first person shooter, obviously, we all know that, but there is nothing freaking confirmed what it's going to be, but they've only just confirmed it really, so it's kind of like, yeah, it's going to be the first person shooter that we all want. But what is it going to be? We will not know what it is. Obviously, the rumours going around it's going to be like a Western kind of style kind of game, but we don't know. We just have to wait and see when it comes to it. And a bunch of other stuff as well. See, Ubisoft's got a big year of games from like now until like 2018. A bunch of new games coming out. Obviously, they've got a new Assassin's Creed coming out. They've got Far Cry 5, The Crew 2, and that game South Park. If they're actually planning on releasing it this year, it's been delayed for like last like year and a bit. So wait, we've got that to come. Them games coming out, so their financial year is pretty good at the moment, and so things are looking promising. And with they've had 44 unique registered players on the Tom Clancy games as well, which is really, really cool. And that is from Ghost Recon Wildlands, Rainbow Six Siege, and The Division as well. So them titles have been registered. 44 million people have played that game, which is insane, man. It's insane when they give you these kind of numbers. And basically, yeah, like I said, Siege saw a new record of high amount of players through January and March, and it's lots of money. I'm going to adding a thing right by here, with money. Total annual sales were I think this is euros, I believe this is, but I'll add in a thing by here, obviously I will, with the amount of money they've earned, which is a crazy amount of money, man. So yeah, that's, obviously so far this year they've only had Tom Clancy's Ghost Wildlands released, and For Honor. Out of them two games, obviously Wildlands is number 1 at the moment, For Honor is number 2, but obviously if more games come out, they'll probably slip down the list and all that stuff. So that's the updates on Ubisoft and everything like that. So Assassin's Creed obviously confirmed as well that their game's going to be happening definitely this year. I hit my PlayStation again, making that beeping sound. Basically they tweeted out, obviously because of the whole financial Ubisoft, they want to be like, right, is your game coming out this year because we want this to be part of our books, so we know how much money we make within this financial year, which they do March to March. And basically the Assassin's Creed UK Twitter came out and said, sharpen your blade. The assassins will soon step out of the shadows, with a little kind of gif saying, like the Assassin's Creed symbol, saying a new era begins, which is really cool. Obviously, if you remember about a week ago, we confirmed there was an image leaked online, sorry, and it was a guy on a boat, and it's going to be set in Egypt, and it's going to be called Audrian's, so it's going to be like, oh my god. So hopefully this new Assassin's Creed lives up to the hype, and it's definitely going to be out this year. If not, it's going to be out this year, basically. I'm basically confirming for you. And it's not going to be having another year's break like it has. So it's had more time to work on a good game. And if it doesn't bloody live up to the standards, I will be very mad. And moving into the last story that we have for you today, it's coming from Zenimax. So this is about the VR they've made. I'll read you this article. Basically, they've already launched a lawsuit against Facebook over the Oculus Rift, and they are winning a 500 million judgment. The judgment's in the process at the moment, but 500 million, Jesus Christ! And now ZeniMax is now filed a lawsuit against Samsung over its Gear VR headset. Samsung worked with Oculus on the Gear VR, and that suit claims that Samsung profited from the Oculus technology, which claims should have been sourced from ZeniMax, which is interesting. And it basically goes on to say he's going to sue them over copyrights and stuff like that. It's kind of like, oh my god, doesn't say how much he's going to sue them for. In terms of specificness, ZeniMax copyright for the code used in the Gear VR will also be a trade secret, unfair competition, and unjudged equipment. So it's kind of like, interesting lawsuit, 500 million. So they're gonna go. He's gonna go after Samsung now. Samsung, Jesus, who's gonna be next? I don't know. But that's all the stories that we have here today, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. Any of the stories that we talked about today, you want to have a little conversation about. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Make sure you like a video. It only takes like literally 2 seconds. Scroll and hit the like button when you're done. That's all you gotta do. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the next episode, and I will see you all very soon, guys. Thank you very much for watching, supporting the gaming news, and I'll see you tomorrow at the same time with some more gaming news. Bye bye.